Hey everybody, Razordack here. Anybody who'll know me will know that I'm a big Resident Evil fan. When I was too young and too afraid to play the games, I watched my brother play them. I watched him play Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. I still remember the first time he saw that first zombie in Resident Evil 1. That was so horrifying to me, I couldn't believe it. As I got older and I gained the courage to start playing Resident Evil myself, I went back and I played all of them. And I love the series so much. I think it's amazing and it's one of my favorite of all time. The movies have always been a bit of a disappointment to me because they're more of an action packed movie. They're nothing like the game. The first one was kind of close. Every movie after that, no. Any characters of the original series were just like cash grabs and were just cheap effect, in my opinion. That being said, when Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was first announced, I was so excited. Anybody who doesn't know, it's a movie that takes place with Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. And it is intended to be really close to the games. So that's going to be really cool. I saw today that IGN posted some first look photos of it. And I want to show you these photos and kind of give you my opinion on them. So here's the first photo. All right. You got Leon Kennedy and you got Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. And this picture is very disappointing to me. And the reason why is this person right here, um, Avon Yogia, I don't know how to say his name. He's Leon Kennedy. And I'm just disappointed at the look of the character. Looks nothing like Leon Kennedy. Um, the only thing that resembles Leon is kind of the hair, and then of course parts of the suit. Other than that, doesn't look like Leon. It looks like a cheap budget, a low budget Leon Kennedy. Then you have Claire Redfield right here, who also doesn't look at all like Claire Redfield. The only resemblance to Claire Redfield is the red jacket and the boots. Everything else, I would never have guessed that's Claire Redfield. Another thing that I noticed while looking at these photos is I wonder if this right here is meant to be is like a shadow of William Birkin's arm. It probably is just this, but I could totally see this right here being his arm and that being like a metal bar. But, you know, who knows? They're looking at something. Maybe it's William Birkin. The second photo, you have what's clearly meant to be the entrance to the Spencer Mansion in Resident Evil 1. Um, the room looks cool. Like, I will say, the room looks cool. It does definitely give me some Resident Evil 1 vibes. What I will say though is, so here you have who is meant to be Albert Wesker, but looks nothing like Albert Wesker. Short hair, doesn't have the trademark black sunglasses. What's up with that? Why is this individual nothing like Albert Wesker? Then you got Richard, who no one's going to care too much about because he did have a very small role in the game, but yeah, that's Richard. That's take it or leave it. I really don't care. You have Jill Valentine, who I'm very disappointed in because looks nothing like Jill Valentine. Not the outfit doesn't even remotely resemble what Jill Valentine is wearing in Resident Evil 1. Doesn't look anything like it. I would never have guessed this was Jill Valentine. But then you do have Chris Redfield, which actually looks like Chris Redfield. You know, props to this guy, really filling the role. The outfit looks spot on, and the actor looks spot on. So I'm excited about that. But Jill Valentine, Albert Wesker, disappointing to me because they don't look anything like them. Then we do have a third photo. This is Lisa Trevor. Lisa Trevor is from Resident Evil 1. She is the teenage daughter of the architect of the Spencer Mansion, which you can see on the top right. Of course, they have the explanation right there. She is a character that you run into in Resident Evil 1, and she's terrifying. She kind of lumbers around with her arms restrained, and she'll like hit you with her arm restraint. And she's a pretty horrifying looking person. But in this picture, this looks like so low budget. Anybody who's not familiar with Resident Evil would see her and think that this is a Scooby-Doo villain waiting to be unmasked. Just very disappointing. This is the third of three pictures that were released, so I don't have anything else here. But what I will say, while I am disappointed in the visuals that I see here, and it's mostly like costume, I'm hopeful still that maybe their acting is just going to be amazing. Like, I can easily get over their costumes and silly stuff like that as long as I feel like I'm actually watching Resident Evil. I'm still very excited. I hope you all are still very excited. If you have any feedback or anything you want to say, I really hope you leave a comment below. I really appreciate you watching. And until next time, take it easy.